I love that Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. I feel like it applies to so many things in our lives, especially when it feels like we're too old to start something or it's too late to start something. That's just never the case. There's always someone who's starting now, and if they stick with it over the next year, 3 years, 10 years, they're gonna be able to reap the benefits. So I feel like for me, certain things, I certainly feel like it might be too late, whether it's playing music or learning a language like Spanish right now. I'm in the process of learning Spanish. I got a trip to Mexico and Costa Rica planned in the coming months, so that's a deadline for me to kind of get on it. And of course, it would have been nice if I started, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago. But at that point, it wasn't a need, right? I didn't have any use for it. But now, since I have a deadline in place and I have a use to learn this language, I'm learning it. I'm doing Duolingo and practicing every day. I'm speaking with my girlfriend in Spanish and practicing with her. I'm watching different YouTube videos, learning the process of speaking. And I feel like now that I've started, to stick with it is going to be easier because I have the momentum going. I broke the inertia of getting started. So I'm excited to see where it goes, see how it comes along in a year or 3 years or 10 years from now. If I continue with this habit of speaking Spanish or learning Spanish, I'm excited to see how far I can take it. Same thing with music. I've been DJing for probably 15 years or so now, and I've always wanted to get really good at scratching, but I would start sometimes and then I'll stop and then I'll start and then stop. And just more recently, it just dawned on me, if I would have kept going 15 years ago, I would be pretty damn good at scratching. But it's all good, can't change the past. So what I can do starting today is just practice, right? Put in the time and practice each and every day, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Over the course of a year, it'll be a huge difference. Over the course of 3 years or 5 years or 10 years, it's going to be mind-blowing. So I'm just kind of, inspired to learn new things and practice new things and get into the habit of doing new things as well, and extending the time horizon of when I need to see a result. Not expecting to see any result for the next week or month or even a year, but over the course of a few years or even a few decades from now, I'll probably reap the benefits there. So a couple of good books. I mentioned this before in another video, but The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, that really helped trigger this mindset and philosophy of starting now and just keeping at it and letting the 1% improvements compound over time. And then also The Practicing Mind by Thomas Sterner. He talks about how the process is the goal. So again, if I just think of me doing the steps today as the goal, and that's considered a win, then I can stay motivated and not worry about having to reach a certain outcome before I can say that it was a win or that I've accomplished that goal. So by sticking to the process and making the process the goal, and then realizing that the time horizon is going to be in years and decades, then now it takes a lot of pressure off of me having to kind of quote unquote get good. And I can just enjoy the process of learning and improving each and every day, and then compounding over the course of, again, years and decades. It's going to be a night and day difference. So I'm excited to embark on this journey. Spanish has been the thing that is a new thing for me to learn. Same with picking up scratching again on my turntables. And I feel like, that's kind of the new things. Obviously, I'm still reading and writing and doing that stuff. And I've noticed the benefits of me continuing with those practices over the course of the years, and how it's improved and how it's gotten me to where I'm at today. So yeah, definitely recommend just sticking to the process, extend the time horizon, and don't worry too much about the goal itself.